Knowing the guidelines of good hygiene and food safety is key to help protect consumer health and prevent toxic infections. Here is a summary of the main rules. Cleanliness starts at home with personal hygiene. You should wash yourself every day, keep your hair clean, brush your teeth after each meal, shave your beard as needed, it should never be longer than 1 day's growth, and keep your nails short and clean, free of polish and artificial nails. Your work clothes should be reserved for this purpose only. You should only put work clothes on when you get to your workplace to make sure you do not contaminate them. Work clothes must be clean and changed daily. You must wear closed-toed, non-slip, well-maintained shoes. Your hair should be tied back when necessary and completely covered with a hairnet or cap. You must wear a beard cover when your facial hair is longer than 1 day's growth. Jewelry is prohibited in work areas. All jewelry, including facial piercings, even tongue piercings. Medical bracelets are the only exception to this rule. Here are some good habits to adopt. Do not eat or drink in food preparation areas. Do not chew gum or eat candy. And remember, when you sneeze, to always do so in your elbow. You surely know how to wash your hands, but are you doing it correctly? Correct hand washing should take at least 20 seconds. First, thoroughly wet your hands, apply enough soap, work up a good lather all the way up to your wrists, and be sure to interlace your fingers. Take the time to clean your fingertips and around your nails properly. A good trick is to scratch the palm of your opposite hand. That's good. Now rinse your hands thoroughly and use paper towel to dry them thoroughly too, since moist hands spread a lot more bacteria than dry hands do. If you're not using a sanitary sink, use paper towel to turn off the faucet. When should you wash your hands? Right before starting your shift? After using the bathroom or smoking? After handling raw meat? After switching tasks? After blowing your nose? After handling trash or sweeping? After handling your mobile phone? And after any other task that might contaminate food. Cover all wounds and cuts with a clean, watertight bandage. If the wound is on your hand, wrist, or forearm, you must also wear a glove. If you're suffering from a chest infection or an intestinal infection, you must avoid direct contact with food. In both these cases, notify your supervisor. All work surfaces, materials, utensils, and equipment that come in contact with food risk contamination, so properly cleaning and sanitizing them is crucial. Here is the procedure to follow. Start by cleaning the items. This implies pre-wash utensils and surfaces by removing most food particles with water or the appropriate device. Wash with hot water using detergent in a clean cloth or cleaning utensil. Rinse with hot water to remove detergent residue. Next, you need to sanitize. There are two ways to do this: thermally and chemically. Thermal sanitizing occurs during the rinse cycle in most dishwashers. Chemical sanitizing, with a sanitizer recognized by the food industry, is used for all materials that are not put in the dishwasher. Be careful with wet dishcloths, as they become sources of contamination once used. A good way to prevent this problem is to keep dishcloths in a sanitizing solution after washing and rinsing them. The safe handling and storage of food helps stop bacterial growth. Most toxic infection cases are caused by bacteria. Certain foods, such as meat, chicken, and dairy products, run a higher risk of developing bacteria. Various preservation techniques are used to control bacterial growth, including salting, drying, freezing, and pickling. Bacteria need time to multiply. That's why it's important to go from cold to hot and hot to cold as quickly as possible. The waiting period between each step in the food handling process should always be kept to a minimum. Never leave food at room temperature for more than 30 minutes and put heat-sensitive items on ice. Thaw foods in the refrigerator or seal them in leak-proof packaging and place under cold running water or place in cold water container and change the water often. Controlling the temperature of at-risk food is crucial. Between 4 degrees Celsius or 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 60 degrees Celsius or 140 degrees Fahrenheit, foods enter what is called the danger zone. Bacteria in food at these temperatures double every 15 minutes on average. Refrigeration between 0 and 4 degrees Celsius slows bacterial growth. Freezing at -18 degrees Celsius stops bacterial growth. But be careful, storing microorganisms at this temperature simply renders them inactive. It does not kill them. Heating foods to 60 degrees Celsius also slows bacterial growth. When food is being handled, bacteria can spread through direct or cross-contamination in 3 different ways. Contact between food and people by touching your skin or clothes. Contact between foods. And contact between food and equipment. And this applies to all equipment. Be careful, cross-contamination also occurs with allergens. When storing food, make sure items are kept in proper rotation. The rule is easy to remember. First in, first out. Labels should be clearly visible and easy to read. You must always store cooked food on top and raw food on the bottom. No food items should be stored less than 10 centimeters or 4 inches off the ground, even if they're in a big container. Refrigerators should always be kept between 0 and 4 degrees Celsius, and freezers should be at -18 degrees Celsius. For safety reasons, it's important to inspect food products thoroughly before using and serving them. Be sure to discard any items delivered at the wrong temperature, in open or damaged packaging, without labels, in leaky containers, with broken safety seals that look or smell different than usual, packed in bulging or cracked cans, or past their expiry date. Simply put, you must dispose of any product that has been altered. You are now familiar with the basic rules of hygiene and food safety. We strongly urge you to ask questions, get more information, and increase your knowledge of the particulars and specifics linked to your work environment. Because hygiene and food safety really are your responsibility.